EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the New England Patriots. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium.
Hey, set. Ready? We don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. Rip left. Rip left. You got motion, man. You. Alpha.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
Safety's creeping. Banjo. Mike 48. I got Jim.
Gold 50. Safe. 6-6. Bullet high. But he hits.
Brady gives to Michel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Let's go.
That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Keeping it on the ground on first, Michel. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
72.
On 2nd and 9, Brady escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. On the ground, this is Michel. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They'll run with White. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
And it's 3rd down.
Hey, set. 29. Alpha.
Let's go.
Hey, second.
Now Brady. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Robert Quinn in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Mike 5-4.
Hey, echo.
You're not ready. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
Watch the curl. Jacket, reload. Ozzy.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Jeff Heath, the strong safety, able to get in there on the coverage. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making. I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they've got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. They'll run with Elliott. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves them with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Line 54. Line 54. I'm not ready. Hatch it. Hey, kill.
3rd and long for Prescott. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go. 54's Mike. 54's Mike.
A first down carry by Elliott. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
You got tight right there. Here we go, 46.
On 2nd down now. It's Elliott. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now Prescott. Cooper's got it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Prescott on 1st down. Completes it to Jason Witten. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Check line 54. Line 54.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Prescott toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The veteran Jason McCourty there to make sure that one didn't find its target. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Elliott, and not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be 4th down. Marr able to put this one through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Parker, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin with Michel on the ground, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd down, Michel trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Here we go.
Following the interception, here's Prescott under a heavy rush, and down he goes. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando, and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis. And he's going to go down again. Kyle Van Noy able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott to throw it. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Brady. He's airing it out for Sanu. And got his man complete. A big play there just before halftime. 68 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Shotgun now for Brady. Complete to Watson to tie it in. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold them to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll roll, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington.
No, 66. Switch.
Here's Brady to throw. Forced out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. He opted to go with a scramble. Gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And the 13-year man puts it through. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
At the 26-yard line.
Right there, 54 Mike. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day.
On second down, it's Elliott. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll turn to the power game at Olawale. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
We ain't giving them nothing.
They'll try to get this offense going with Michelle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot 1st down. On the ground, Michelle. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Flushed out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Elliott. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Right there, 54 Mike. Go.
Hey, 47.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Come to my work.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a 1st. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott connects here with the tight end Blake Jarwin. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 42. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Out of the gun is Elliott. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott got an open man, the tight end Jarwin. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Back now in Arlington. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. Caught by the tight end Watson. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On second down now. Michelle, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. New England on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Brady. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The Pats do snap it. It's Brady. Under pressure, he's going to go down. Look at this, way back around the 43. DeMarcus Lawrence and Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Right. 54 Mike. Hey, here I come.
They'll run on first down. Elliott. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. That good for 19 of the first down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time. And that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That really sets them back. A loss of 6. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now Prescott. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Here's Elliott. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
A 21-yard attempt.
The kick by Marr is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, push their backs clearly against the wall.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes...
And he is going to go down here, but we also have a penalty marker at the line of scrimmage. They may have jumped the gun, so that one will be accepted. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Here we go.
Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Check 55.
To throw is Brady. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one. And New England has a 1st down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Brady. He gets it to James White. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Brady to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the 1st. Stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Brady going to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
Throwing here, Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
3 down, 3 down. Check. Fresno.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth quarter stop? Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. He's going to rifle one deep, looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Cooper was the target there.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at the 37.
380.
55.
So after the INT, it's Brady. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off Byron Jones. He was looking for Edelman there. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah,